Alright, here we are. Let's have a look at some questions that you're going to have to be doing for some submission on Friday. And this is from the indices topic. And I thought I'd just have a quick look at some of these. Some of them may be more tricky ones, just to give you an idea of some of the answers. So I'm going to start with question 10. We haven't done that one for a while, about scientific notation. Just remember that with scientific notation, you've got to start by using the significant figures at the beginning to create a number between 1 and 10. Now at the moment it's 27. So we need to put the decimal point in there somewhere. And the only place we can put it to make a number between 1 and 10 is there. 2.7. That's between 1 and 10. So I've just got, so the step is take the significant figures at the beginning to make a number between 1 and 10. Then, so does that rule out any of them? Yes it does, rules out that one. Because it's got to be 2.7 times 10 to the something. Now then, to this second part here, we've got to think, well, now we've moved the decimal point from here over to here to make the first part of the scientific notation. Now we're going to move it back to get the second part. So how many places is from 2.7 to the end? Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so scientific notation. First, use the significant figures at the beginning to create a number between 1 and 10. So we've got 2.7 is between 1 and 10. That's effectively means we've moved the decimal point from there way over to here. But to get the second part, we're going to move it back again. And going 1, 2, 3, 4 places times 10 to the 4. Okay. This one here, again scientific notation, simplify. So we start with 3.42 and we're going to multiply that by 10 cubed. So move the decimal point this way 3 places, and that can only be one of them. Can't be these two, they look a little bit out of the question, but one of these two looks good. Okay, next one is question, so we've done 10 and 13. Question 11. 8p to the 0. Okay, so when we're dealing with indices, powers, the power only applies to whatever's on its left. So this business here, the 0 only applies to the p, not the 8 as well, unless that was there. But it's not, so we've got to go with 8 times p to the 0. So that equals 1. So it's 8 times p to the 0. And there's only one of them that's right. Let's have a look down here. The negative indices, okay. 4 to the negative 2. Now that means that we're going to have 1 over 4 squared. When you get a negative indice, it turns a reciprocal, turns it into into the reciprocal to the power of 2. So 4 to the minus 3 would be 1 over 4 cubed. But for this question, 1 over 4 squared. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of some of this so I can go back out and go back in again. Okay, let's just move this up a bit. There we are. Okay, let's have a look at some of these other, here we are. So negative indice here, remember that only applies to whatever's on its left. So it's only the k is to the minus 1. So it was just, if it was k to the minus 1 by itself, it would be 1 over k to the power of 1, or just 1 over k. So, well, I'll leave that here. That's, can we do that? Yep. Okay. But now we've got this. So that's 3 times that. So 3 times whatever that is, and you're going to get your answer. And there's only one that looks even close. Okay. 15. Remember, if you can think of these as dividing questions, so 28 divided by 8, can't really do that, can you? So we're going to have to think of another way to do it. Maybe if see 8 goes into that 3.5 times. So we're a bit stuck there, so I'm just going to rewind and do it another way. Do it a fraction way. By doing some cancelling. Now we've got y squared and a y squared. If we just do this, we can do this. Y squared divided by y squared, that's 1, so they can cancel. And we've got, we can divide that by a common factor between 8 and 28. I think the common factor would be 4. So that would become a 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And that's 7. 7 times 4 is 28. So a common factor. So we've got 7 over 2 something. If you have a look, that narrows it down to that one and that one. And then we've got to work out, well, what's u to the 5th divided by u squared. And when you're dividing, remember the base stays the same and the powers subtract. So it's only one of them that's right. Okay, let's go back. I think that will do for that one. Thank you.